on July 5, 2020, what began as the discovery of a stolen vehicle quickly escalated into a dangerous pursuit through Marion County after deputies attempted to stop a fleeing suspect determined to escape. While on patrol, Deputy Samantha Horn spotted a silver 2015 Hyundai Elantra traveling along Southeast Abshire Boulevard. A records check confirmed that the vehicle had been reported stolen, prompting deputies to coordinate with the Bellevue Police Department to conduct a traffic stop.
10-4-10-31. 10-4 through the median.
Still southbound lane.
Okay, forming 1 clear is disabled.
54. He's getting caught up in traffic. Southbound on 441.
Instead of pulling over, the driver, later identified as Harley Moore, accelerated away, turning a routine recovery of a stolen vehicle into a high-speed chase. As the pursuit unfolded, deputies deployed stop sticks in an effort to disable the Hyundai. The tactic successfully damaged the tires and slowed the vehicle.
It's a hit, it's been hit.
26 going through 17,400 block.
17.
Going into Lake County. And County Road 109.
10-4 County Road 109.
But Moore refused to surrender. Even with the vehicle compromised, he continued driving and collided with another motorist while attempting to force his way through traffic.
Lost his front tire.
Lost the front tire.
Signal force another vehicle.
Realizing the threat to the public was increasing, Deputy Horn decided to end the pursuit. A precision immobilization technique maneuver was carried out, but despite the impact, Moore continued trying to escape. Officers were forced to perform a second precision immobilization technique maneuver, which finally brought the stolen Hyundai to a complete stop. Deputies quickly moved in and arrested Moore at the scene without any further incident.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Put your hands up! Boom!
The passenger, Harrison Blanick, was also detained as investigators began searching the vehicle. Authorities later charged Moore with multiple offenses, including grand theft of a motor vehicle, fleeing and attempting to elude law enforcement, and possession of drug paraphernalia. On November 23, 2019, at approximately 2:39 in the morning, an officer assigned to traffic enforcement on Georgia 400 near Lenox Road heard an urgent radio broadcast from the Atlanta Police Department. Dispatch advised that a black Mercedes was racing through the area at an estimated 125 miles per hour. Only moments later, the speeding sedan came into view. The officer immediately activated emergency lights and sirens and began pursuing the vehicle, determined to stop the reckless driver before anyone on the roadway was seriously hurt.
I need the air police pit maneuver pit northbound. He's getting back in it. He's trying to get back in it. Coming up to North Druid Hills.
Rather than slowing down, the suspect intensified the danger by speeding through multiple red lights and repeatedly crossing into lanes of oncoming traffic. Even as the risks continued to grow, pursuing officers remained coordinated and composed, carefully communicating with one another while making several attempts to end the pursuit using precision immobilization technique maneuvers.
Coming in for another pit. I got a vehicle on the way.
After an extended effort, officers, with assistance from Sergeant Pylon, successfully boxed in the Mercedes and prevented the driver from escaping any farther. Even then, the suspect refused repeated commands to surrender peacefully.
We're taking the exit for North Druid Hills. We're trying to block him in right now. We got him up on the curve. Going to go.
When the driver continued resisting officers' instructions, a conducted electrical weapon was deployed, allowing officers to safely gain control and take the suspect into custody. The incident demonstrated the importance of coordinated law enforcement tactics during high-risk pursuits. Despite the driver's repeated attempts to evade capture, officers were able to bring the dangerous chase to a safe conclusion while working to minimize the risk to the public. What initially appeared to be an ordinary emergency response quickly turned into a violent attack on law enforcement. At approximately 12:30 in the afternoon, officers with the Bellevue Police Department were dispatched to a busy transit station after a 911 caller reported an active domestic disturbance. The information suggested that a couple was involved in an argument and that officers needed to respond immediately.
Are you the one that called about the DV that happened right now?
The TV?
No, DV. And are people arguing?
Yes.
You called about that?
Yes.
When police arrived, however, the situation looked nothing like the report. There was no visible dispute, no distressed couple, and no evidence that any domestic incident had taken place. Instead, officers located a 38-year-old man who matched the description provided by the caller.
Okay, let's get to that first, and then we go to the second part. Yeah. So that was happening over.
Then, in an instant, everything changed. Without any apparent warning, Benura suddenly reached into his jacket, pulled out a knife, and launched a violent attack. During the struggle, he slashed one officer across the face and stabbed him in the back.
Stop fire! Don't move! Stop fire!
As the assault continued, another officer responded by firing his weapon to stop the attack before anyone else could be seriously injured. Emergency medical services quickly arrived, and both the wounded officer and Benura were transported to Harborview Medical Center. Despite the severity of the confrontation, both survived their injuries. As investigators continued examining the case, prosecutors alleged that the emergency call itself had been deliberately staged. According to authorities, the 911 report was allegedly fabricated to draw police officers to the location, turning what began as a routine dispatch into what investigators describe as a planned ambush. On May 10, 2022, the Florida Highway Patrol issued a be-on-the-lookout alert for a 2019 Chevrolet Malibu after reports that it was traveling the wrong way, ignoring stop signs, and driving recklessly throughout Hillsborough County. Investigators later identified the driver as Daman Rios, who allegedly took the vehicle from his Army recruiter as part of what authorities described as a TikTok challenge.
83.
By the time officers located the Malibu, the situation had already escalated. Rios refused to stop and instead continued speeding through city streets and major roadways, weaving between vehicles, running multiple red lights, and even driving into oncoming traffic. Several law enforcement units attempted to intercept the vehicle. The pursuit finally came to an abrupt end when Rios lost control while attempting a turn. The Chevrolet slammed head-on into a building with enough force to cause significant structural damage as smoke poured from the wreckage. Officers rushed to the crashed vehicle, removed Rios from the driver's seat, and placed him under arrest. After being secured inside a patrol vehicle, Rios appeared confused, exhausted, and unusually lethargic. He even drifted off to sleep before officers advised him of his Miranda rights. When questioned, he asked if he could contact his Army recruiter. Because investigators suspected he might be impaired, Rios agreed to perform field sobriety tests. He was later released after posting an $8,000 bond. Authorities say the case highlights the real-world consequences of reckless social media challenges. What allegedly began as an attempt to gain attention online ended with criminal charges, extensive property damage, and a pursuit that could easily have resulted in serious injuries or fatalities. Stolen vehicle investigation quickly turned into a multi-agency pursuit after deputies attempted to contact the occupants of a vehicle that had been reported stolen from another state. Deputies with the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office located the suspicious vehicle parked outside a business near State Road 207 and Interstate 95. As officers approached to investigate, the driver suddenly accelerated out of the parking lot, refusing to stop and immediately triggering a coordinated pursuit. Recognizing the growing danger, the Florida Highway Patrol assumed the lead role in the chase, while deputies from the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office Task Force and the agency's aviation unit provided support from the ground and the air. Despite the heavy law enforcement presence, the driver continued operating the vehicle recklessly in an effort to escape. With the pursuit creating an increasing risk to other motorists, troopers decided it was time to bring it to an end. A carefully executed precision immobilization technique maneuver successfully sent the fleeing vehicle out of control, disabling it and ending the chase before anyone else was injured. Officers quickly surrounded the vehicle and safely detained both occupants without any further resistance. The driver was identified as 45-year-old Samuel Rhodes. Investigators later discovered he was wanted on active warrants issued in both New Jersey and Connecticut for previous incidents involving fleeing from law enforcement. Authorities have since charged Rhodes with multiple offenses, including fleeing and attempting to elude law enforcement, grand theft of a motor vehicle theft, theft of a license plate, and reckless driving. The passenger was questioned but was not charged in connection with the incident.
You're hogging all the AC from.
Thank you. I love her.
Let me see here.
Love my life.
Now tell me that don't feel better right there. No kissing and none of that crap. Just sit here normal, dude, please.
I'm being extradited.
Report of gunfire sent troopers racing toward the area of 3921 Joyner Street after Flint City Dispatch broadcast a shots-fired call. Trooper Kairos responded to the scene, where several nearby residents confirmed that multiple shots had been fired only moments earlier.
We're still northbound Warrington. Almost lost it. We're westbound.
Witnesses provided investigators with a description of the suspect vehicle, a newer model white Dodge Charger with a cracked windshield and no license plate attached. After confirming that no one had been struck by the gunfire, troopers immediately spread out to search the surrounding area. The search did not last long. Troopers soon located the Dodge Charger near the intersection of Ballinger Highway and Flushing Road.
Still westbound Santa Barbara.
Officers attempted to conduct a traffic stop, but the driver refused to pull over and instead accelerated away, initiating a pursuit.
Coming up to Canterbury Lane. Eastbound.
As the chase continued, troopers coordinated tactical efforts to safely end it.
Primary units on him.
Following 2 successful precision immobilization technique maneuvers, the Charger was finally disabled, forcing the driver to abandon the vehicle.
Where am I at speed-wise? 55, 40, 38. Fuck you.
Looks like we got him on the ramp. Now he's driving off the ramp. He spun out.
He's stuck.
He's trying to drive out of it.
He's running, holding his waistband.
The suspect, later identified as Tyree Nazrael Parker, jumped out and fled on foot while carrying a handgun. During the foot pursuit, Parker threw the firearm aside in an apparent attempt to dispose of the evidence before continuing to run. His escape lasted only a short distance. Near Pearson Road and Interstate 75, troopers caught up with Parker and deployed a conducted electrical weapon, allowing them to safely take him into custody. Officers later recovered the discarded firearm, identified as a loaded black Glock 30 pistol. Parker was booked into jail on multiple felony charges. Investigators secured the vehicle, collected the firearm and other evidence, and preserved body camera and dashboard camera footage as part of the ongoing investigation.
B. Davis. 10-4.
What should have been one of the simplest traffic stops of the day quickly spiraled into a confrontation that never needed to happen. On an otherwise ordinary morning in Kansas, a police officer pulled over a vehicle after noticing the driver was not wearing a seatbelt. It was a routine traffic violation that would normally have been resolved with little more than a citation.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Officer McCann, Lawrence Police Department. The reason I stopped you not wearing your seatbelt, okay?
Man.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Stop. You're not wearing your seatbelt.
Motherfuckers in front of me for a fucking seatbelt.
I don't care about them right now. I care about you. I can't stop every car on the road.
You didn't stop.
Instead of handling the stop calmly, the driver immediately became confrontational. He raised his voice, repeatedly used profanity, and challenged the reason for the stop. As the encounter continued, he accused the officer of unfair treatment, insisting that other motorists were committing similar violations without being ticketed. Throughout the exchange, the officer remained composed and explained that the stop involved only a minor infraction and would take just a few minutes to complete. He repeatedly asked the driver for his driver's license so the citation could be processed. Rather than complying, the man refused to provide his identification and repeatedly demanded to speak with a supervisor.
Just step out. Step out. Give me your hands. Step out. Hey, don't make this. Don't make this.
Don't talk to me. I want to talk to your motherfucker.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
I'm going to knock you in your mother.
Get out of the car.
The moment officers moved in to take him into custody, the situation became chaotic. The driver gripped the steering wheel tightly, shouted at the officers, and physically resisted their efforts to remove him from the vehicle. After repeated commands were ignored, officers used physical force to gain control of the situation.
I'm not getting out this car.
Get out of the car.
I'm not.
Get out of the
Please
car.
stop, man. Somebody without a seatbelt. And then gonna just pull up behind me. Okay, we're gonna see after all these motherfucking people. You let all these Oh shit! Oh!
The driver was eventually pulled from the car, restrained, and taken into custody, bringing the prolonged confrontation to an end. What began as nothing more than a routine seatbelt violation ultimately escalated into an arrest that might have been completely avoidable. The incident serves as a reminder of how a minor traffic stop can rapidly spiral out of control when emotions replace cooperation.
We're cuffed. We're cuffed.